It is National Insurance Month. So I'm going to go over and put Minerva Williams' presentation up. And Minerva, would you like to come up and tell us a little bit about insurance services that are available for seniors here in the Santa Clarita Valley?
Yes.
Okay. So we do that. We will.
First of all, when I first became involved in seniors, it was at the Los Angeles Times, and I was a spokesperson for seniors. A lot of people were trying to figure out why would someone in their early 30s be interested in being a senior. Well, I had a mom, I had grandparents, and I had relatives that needed services that I knew very little about. And one of the slogans they used at the time, and you can repeat this after me, old age, repeat after me, is not for sissies. And I am, and tell the person next to you what that answer is.
And I am what that answer.
One of the things you need to know when you're working with seniors is, this is, and I'm addressing seniors so you would understand how to speak to your insurance representative, is you need to find someone who, first of all, can give you a referral. The second is to find out what their specialties are, because believe it or not, in the company I work for in particular, there are 49 different products, and there's subcategories underneath those products. So you need to be able to ask that person what it is that you need and what your goals are first, before you even have them to tell you what you want. The next thing is I would encourage you to take advantage of the educational and training programs that often are offered in your Small Business Development Center here locally, and to make sure that you meet that person face to face. Do not depend on a conversation just on the phone. And right now, you need to know you guys are absolute rock stars in the marketplace, because there's more growing in size than any other portion of our population. So September is Insurance Awareness Month, and this is done nationally. Personally, I'm surprised there aren't other insurance companies going out, but I understand everybody is doing theirs a different way. We found the best way to do it was to go out to community groups like yourselves and try to have a conversation and to invite you to a meeting that we're having on Saturday, which is going to give you more details, because I understand we only have 10 minutes tonight. That's a little bit about who Minerva is. And this is the general information on the insurance month. And if you don't know already, on the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th at the Los Angeles Convention Center, so this is going on right away, they're going to be having a big senior life expo. So if you're interested in information on discount services, you will probably want to take full advantage of it. And I know we have a bus system for those of you that do not want to drive in downtown Los Angeles. One of the things that we hope to be able to establish in time, working with some of the other insurance groups, is to have a senior expo here in Santa Clarita, because we understand a lot of our seniors do not like to drive in downtown Los Angeles traffic. These are the different expressions I know that we get when you mention the word insurance. And as you can see here, there's various expressions, and I'm sure you have been on the planet a lot longer than me. You probably have your own concepts as to how badly you've been treated by somebody and how well you've been treated by someone. In doing so, some of the facts of information that you need to know about this particular month is that we're going out and trying to correct a lot of errors. And you know, with the volatility of the market right now, I know when it comes to money, there's a lot of people that don't trust. And I'm sure you can agree with me, some portions of our industry deserves that non-trust. As I was telling you, get sure you get a referral, find out about their specialties, make sure you get as much educational training information about the financial service that you need, and make sure you meet with that person face to face. Do not depend on a phone call or a piece of paper that comes in the mail. And last but not least, find out whatever their professional memberships are, and if they have additional initials behind their name, it lets you know how much longer they've been going to school. And the video. The spokesperson is Lamar Odom, who is the NBA Lakers. And I just wanted to let you know Lamar Odom is the spokesperson for the Insurance Month, and the video is 2.5 minutes. But basically it's saying at his age of 13, his mother died. And as a result of her dying from the cancer, she did have insurance. And the insurance was adequate enough that it helped her. She was buried. And of course, his grandmother was able to raise him, so he had the option to continue to go to school. Because of the neighborhood and the way he grew up, she was able to get him into private schools, and he's now a rock star. I wanted to let you know that UCLA is also having subjects if you're having study for chest pain. I got this information from them today. What we try to do is find out as much information that we believe that seniors need to know over and beyond just having services. But in those services, if we can find ways to help you solve some of your problems, we also receive information from the center. My cohort here with me today is Edward Villapando, and he will take it from here.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. As Minerva said, we are, thank you, Minerva, insurance agents, but one of our things that we'd like to do is we want to be able to be here and help the senior population enjoy the rest of their life that they have coming forward to them. One of the things that we look at is we do look at their financial stability. A lot of times there's certain things that happen to us later in life that we're not aware of. Certain things occur, someone gets sick, someone gets ill, their jobs, their work, what do they do? So what we want to do is this weekend, we do want to ask you guys to come over and visit us, and we'll go into more details about life insurances, what's there, what's available, what's not available. But one of the things is that no one likes to think about dying. But if your loved ones, and if you do die, what do you do in that situation? Are your family, is there going to be able to help you at the end to try to bury you? Is your family going to be able to provide the mortgage to pay off the home that they're living in? Your children, are they going to be available to survive? Seeing if it's there. Your children, are they going to be able to provide? Are you going to be able to provide them a college to go to college? What are they going to do when you pass away? What's going to happen at that moment? And that's where we come into place, and we'll see what's available, what you're able to provide to be able to accommodate that situation. What do you do in that event if you pass away? Is your mortgage covered? Are your bills paid? Are your children's school tuitions paid? What do we do? And it is something that no one thinks about. And I also, at the moment, I have a friend of mine that is going through a very bad situation up north where he has MS, close friend of mine. And I got a call earlier today because he's struggling at his senior home. And to me, that's very personal because I helped this man throughout the years that I was working with him. And I come from the healthcare facility. Come from 25 years supply chain inventory control for healthcare. So I see this individual suffering. They're not giving him the attention he needs. He's not eligible to get a medical supplement. He's just living there. His family is not listening to him. He has a sister. His sister hasn't called him in 3 weeks. The man called me and says, "What do I do, Ed? How do I solve this situation?" I'm 7 hours away from him. He doesn't have Medicare supplement. He's just trying to survive. So that's one of the things that I think, and I tell myself, this is something he could have done to avoid it if he thought about it sooner. Now he's struggling. He's not going to be able to do very much. So one of our options we're trying to do is we may relocate him down here to the south again. But that's going to take a trip for someone to go up to Northern California, 7-hour trip. And I think that's going to end up being myself. And I just have to try to plan it. So it is very difficult. And it's something that we ask ourselves, why didn't we do this sooner? Why didn't he take that extra step to plan ahead? People don't think about it. It's always at the last minute and when it's no longer available. So this weekend we will be at the Denny's over by Castaic, reviewing more information that we could go ahead and provide you, other options that you have. And it's really options. Nothing that we do is mandated. You need to buy, you need to take it. It's just providing the information. And that's what our goal is, to help someone else at the end say, I helped that person. Because that's something that you want to do and you want to say to someone, I helped someone today. And take it with pride. So let me take a quick look here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass on the baton to Mary Jane Weiler Farrell. And she's also our financial advisor within Bankers. And she's a great person here, so we'll let her go on. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the Canyon Country Advisory Committee meeting. It's great to see people who are interested in their community, and I'm certain you're probably all interested in your own affairs and having things taken care of. I think most of us are old enough in this room. Back in the 80s, I think it was the early 80s, I remember seeing a poster. And the poster was a dusty Rolls Royce, and in the dust was written, "Poverty sucks." It is something we all need in this economic environment. We need to address our finances, plan for our retirements, our medical, we need to keep the gold in our golden years by focusing on our plans. What are our goals? We need to, just like Minerva and Ed said, you need to sit down with somebody, talk to them, ask them questions, make notes, find out what do I need to do to prepare for my retirement years. We're not going to have another opportunity to make a large income. We have to take the assets we have and structure them properly so that our golden years are gold. We need to make sure our medical is taken care of. Also, part of these items are interlocked. There's long-term care, there's short-term care, there's life insurance, and there's your income. If one of those financial dominoes falls, it can take down your whole family economy. Take the time to sit down with somebody and learn what you can do to maximize your situation. Don't run the risk of having a financial crisis. We all know about Medi-Cal and things like that. We don't want to have to go there. If we can have a comfortable retirement, we need to talk about it early. And ask your friends for a referral, somebody they've known. We talked about this a minute ago. Ask for a personal referral. I'm not keen on looking at a phone book or a newspaper ad and picking somebody. Get a personal referral. Sit down and talk to the people. Ask questions. Make lists of questions. Be frank with the person. Tell them how your family economy is. And if they can help, great. But listen and see if there's something that you can do to prepare to maximize your retirement years. Keep the gold in your golden years. Thank you.
It's National Insurance Month, but what we do want to say is that Minerva and her crew will be having their meeting. That does not necessarily indicate that the Canyon Country Advisory Committee endorses or in any way makes a recommendation. But it is a situation where we have professionals in our midst that can help us. And so if there's information that you find useful, it would be a really great place to visit.